Hey everybody, welcome to JLB Sports TV. I'm Justin Block, and after a multiple week hiatus, I am back. Today I'm reviewing the Liverpool-Manchester City match, which just happened at Anfield. Now, before I get into any analysis of the game, I want to get to some stats, courtesy of the Anfield Index Twitter page. I all advise you to follow them at Anfield Index. They provide some great statistical analysis throughout the match and post-match. I just want to read off a couple of the key stats they found today. So to begin with, Liverpool had more possession. They had 51% possession to Manchester City's 49% possession. They also outshot Manchester City 17-7. They outshot them on target as well, 6-3. Liverpool also had more ground duels, 59-45, and they also tackled at a better percentage, 38-70%. And many people were crowning Lucas as the man of the match, which was a fair assessment, because Lucas had a pass accuracy of 92%, won 100% of his tackles. So throw in with some nice visuals that Lucas also had. Just one image burned in my mind of Lucas going shoulder to shoulder with Yaya Toure, who's an absolute mammoth of a man, a mammoth of an athlete. And Lucas, who's, a pretty small Brazilian guy. Lucas just completely muscled him off the ball, shoulder to shoulder, and Toure was looking for the foul. There was no foul in it. Lucas may not be able to match up with players in size all the time, but he definitely has the effort, the heart, and the determination to get in the tackle every single time. There was some also pretty astounding stats from Daniel Agger as well. Daniel Agger had 81% pass accuracy, which is no surprise. We all know how good Daniel Agger is at bringing the ball out of the back. He had 100% of his tackles won 100% of his ground duels, and won 100% of his aerial duels. So Daniel Agger, just an absolute behemoth at center back today, made all the tackles, passed the ball great, and people say he's kind of like our version of Robin Van Persie, except at center back, and that's a fair assessment. When Daniel Agger does play, he's often the best defender on the pitch, but he's so often injured that it's kind of upsetting, because he's just such a great player, and such he's so vital to the side that you hate to see him injured so often. Liverpool also outcrossed Manchester 35-13. Which is kind of a story of how the game went. Liverpool pretty much dominated most of the game. I know Manchester City had a couple patches in possession where they had some tidy, clever passing going on, a couple half chances here and there, but for the most part, Liverpool controlled the lion's share of the possession, and it kind of just felt like they were dominated. They certainly dominated midfield, and they had the ball in the Manchester City half virtually the entire second half. Liverpool basically parked a tent in the Manchester City final third for about the last half hour of the game, and really went at goal. This is one of Liverpool's best attacking performances from start to finish overall that we've seen this year. It's too bad that no Liverpool player scored. Of course, Charlie Adams' shot was deflected, and Johan Lescott and his terrible, ugly hairline committed the own goal. Really, if it wasn't for Joe Hart's heroics toward the end, Liverpool should have actually won. There were just so many chances in the 6-yard box. Joe Hart made a brilliant save at the end against Andy Carroll. But so often, balls would be in the 6-yard box, in the Manchester City 6-yard box, and Joe Hart would make an incredible save where the ball would just harmlessly bounce out of bounds. It was really incredible the amount of chances Liverpool had today, and they weren't able to capitalize, which has honestly been the story of the season thus far for Liverpool, not being able to capitalize on all the chances that they get, and not being able to always come away with 3 points. Because, yeah, Manchester City is the top side right now in England. They are at the top of the table. But when you dominate it, I don't care which side you are. You could be playing against Barcelona. You should not be fully content with always coming away with only 1 point when you dominate the entire game. Yeah, you can say, oh, well, yeah, it was Manchester City, I'll take the point, which, I'll take the point too, but you have to dream bigger, and you have to have larger aspirations if you want to compete for a top 4 spot. I thought something was very odd in the game, actually. If you guys didn't notice, Kenny Dalglish didn't bring on any subs until like the 80th minute, and Andy Carroll got a 10-minute run in, and he made quite an impact during those 10 minutes. Most of the crosses that Liverpool had been shooting in all game actually had a target man in Andy Carroll for those last 10 minutes, and he had some good headers on goal. I was kind of stunned that Kenny Dalglish actually chose to stick with his original 11 for 80 whole minutes. So yeah, we've been so used to the Rafa Benitez era where exactly at 60 minutes somebody else comes on. This is kind of weird, to be honest with you. I really do think Kenny should have brought on Andy Carroll a lot sooner. I think at a certain point in the second half it became apparent that Liverpool were lacking a big target man, and we're often just playing without a true striker. Because we all know Luis Suarez likes to go in, attack from the wide positions and come in, and Dirk Kuyt was essentially relegated himself to the right wing, and Jordan Henderson was kind of in an attacking midfield sort of role in the center. And at many points that left Liverpool without a true striker. There was nobody for Stuart Downing or Jordan Henderson to aim their crosses at in the middle, because there was nobody in the penalty box. It would just be 4 light blue shirts. And that's ultimately what was Liverpool's problem this game. They didn't have a true target man or a true striker to really aim at every single time. Sure, they had great chances on goal and created enough chances to win the game handedly, but they didn't have somebody clinical in the box at all times to aim at and really put chances away. So that's all for today with JLB Sports TV. I am Justin Block. The next match is against Chelsea in the Carling Cup quarterfinals. Both sides are really desperate for silverware, so expect a really cracking match, big open match, lots of goals. Should be a fun match. I promise I will be shaving this disgusting mustache off at the end of November. This is No Shave November. Yeah, I know, we're like 27 days in and this is all I can muster. It's pathetic, right? Alright, YNWA till next time, guys. Oh, and just for the record, Mario Balotelli is a complete idiot. He's probably the only player in world football today that could only be on the field for 20 minutes and manage to pick up 2 yellow cards. I think when he went to the sidelines, he was talking to Mancini like, did you see that? Did you actually see what happened? Nothing happened, right? And Mancini was like, yeah, I saw it. Get off, you fucking idiot. And that's what Mario Balotelli is. He's an idiot. He's a guy that likes to burn down his house with fireworks. Balotelli is just an idiot in every sense of the word, and I'm just thankful he's not playing for our side.